Hello everybody and welcome back! Last time we completed Aqua Rock and we got the Parch synergy and we made our way to the East Tundaria Islet, where we discovered that there seems to be a very strange tower somewhere in the continent of Tundaria. And that is pretty much our objective today. We're going to explore Tundaria and see if we can find this strange tower. So let's get to it, shall we? So, in order to enter Tundaria we actually have to take our way around here because the rocky spires will not allow us to get through. So we just have to take a small detour through here. Alright, up here. And there we are. We are finally in Tundaria. And, well, here we have, as I was about to say, here we have a new enemy. First off, we have a Dinox. It is level 27. It has 172 HP, no synergy, 264 attack, 82 defense, 116 agility, and 10 luck. It has a Venus resistance of 152, a Mars and Mercury resistance of 100, and a Jupiter resistance of 48. And it has a Venus elemental power of 110. It normally yields 239 experience points, which then become 310 if we finish it off with a Jupiter gene. It drops 166 coins, which then become 215, and there is a 1 in 16 chances that then become a 1 in 4 that it will drop a nut. As for its commands, it has the basic attack and the Terrible Bite monster skill, which is a Venus attack with an additional 13 points of damage, and it may reduce the target HP to 1, so it is similar to the Vital Moon monster skill from the Red Demons. And the other new enemy is the Squirrel Fang. It is level 27, it has 130 HP, no synergy, 229 attack, 59 defense, 168 agility, and 6 luck. It has a Venus resistance of 127, a Mars resistance of 48, a Jupiter resistance of 7, and a Mercury resistance of 72, and a Jupiter elemental power of 110. It normally yields 176 experience points, which then become 228 if we finish it off with a Jupiter gene. It drops 131 coins, which then become 170, and there is a 1 in 32 chances that then become a 1 in 8 that it will drop an elixir. And as for its commands, it has the basic attack and the quick slash monster skill, which is a Jupiter based attack with a 1.3 multiplier. And I want to quickly correct myself on something that I said in the past when we went over the weaker version of the Squirrel Fan, the Momonga. It also had the quick slash monster skill, but I believe that at the time I read it as a Jupiter based attack with I think 12 or 13 extra points of damage, so I was wrong there. But anyways, we get to attack first, so let's quickly take care of them. So, what I was trying to say, other than that, yeah, there's a bunch of new enemies in Tundaria, is that the continent itself is pretty much somewhat of a straight line when it comes to exploration. Of course, it is a bit slanted because of the mountains, but other than that, it's pretty much a straight corridor. Let's quickly take care of the Squirrel Fang. Some of the enemies here are quite strong. There are a couple of levels above us, so they will often attack before we get a chance to attack. Let's take out the Dinox. And also, they yield a decent amount of EXP, and actually Tundaria I would say is one of the best places to level up, at least in this point of the story. So it is one of the best spots in the Great Eastern Sea to level up. Speaking of leveling up, we have a new enemy here, the Needle Egg. It is level 28, it has 119 HP, no synergy, 234 attack, 94 defense, 147 agility, and 7 luck. It has a Venus and Mercury resistance of 72, a Mars resistance of 48, and a Jupiter resistance of 100, and a Mercury elemental power of 85. It normally yields 214 experience points, which then become 278 if we finish it off with a margin. It drops 110 coins, which then become 143, and there is a 1 in 16 chances that then become a 1 in 4 that it will drop an antidote. As for its commands, it has a basic attack and the Poison Sting monster skill, which is a Mercury based attack with an additional 20 points of damage that may inflict poison. So, let's quickly take care of them. And yeah, pretty much the fact that the Needle Egg yields quite a substantial amount of EXP and that you can encounter even 3 or 4 of them at the same time makes the overworld of Thundaria a very good spot to level up. And I think Jaina got poisoned, so let's quickly heal that. I really like the small music that you get after you heal poison. Oh no. Yeah, I get the feeling that we're going to be healing poison. Oh, alright, so Pierce luckily was not affected. But they are faster than us, I believe, so we might get poisoned before the battle is over. Well, we could have been. Luckily they decided to do a normal attack. Alright. Just to be safe, I want to quickly heal up. There we go. Alright, we're almost there. Just a couple more squirrel fangs. And there we go. And there we have it, the strange tower. Here we are at Thundaria Tower. And it seems that the tower is flooded. Luckily for us, we got the Parch synergy, but before I do anything else, I want to quickly go here. Because we have what looks like a strange item encased in ice. There's something inside the cracked ice, so we can't do anything about that right now. So let's just go ahead and use Parch. Alright, so we got 2 doors, one to our left and one to our right. We actually want to take the door to our right because we can't do anything if we take the left path right now. And right here we have 2 chests up on a high ledge that we cannot reach, unfortunately. But I'll continue on with that. Right now we have another new enemy. Well, technically a returning one from the first game. This is a Stone Soldier. It is level 28. It has 179 HP, 6 synergy, 241 attack, 105 defense, 104 agility and 5 luck. It has a Venus and Jupiter resistance of 48, a Mars resistance of 127 and a Mercury resistance of 7. And it has a Venus elemental power of 95 and a Mars elemental power of 125. It normally yields 98 experience points, which then become 127 if we finish it off with a Mercury gene. It drops 98 coins, which then also become 127, and there is a 1 in 32 chances that then become a 1 in 8 that it will drop an elixir. As for its commands, it has the basic attack, the headbutt and dynamite monster skill, the blast synergy, and for whatever reason it has the mad blast synergy, which has a synergy cost of 9, and since this enemy only has 6 synergy points, he can never use that. So, alright. The most dangerous thing about the Stone Soldiers is the Dynamite monster skill, which is quite a strong move, even if it is kind of a suicide move. Alright, so as I was saying, unfortunately we cannot get those chests right now, so we'll have to leave them for later. And right here, I want to go through this door because we have a small sliding puzzle, and I actually want to get what's in the chest right here. And we got a mint. So that's pretty much all we can do regarding the puzzle right now, so we'll have to leave that for later, at least from this side. We can't do anything else. Alright, we have another new enemy. This is a Minotaurus. It is level 27. It has 268 HP, no synergy, 276 attack, 84 defense, 123 agility and 18 luck. It has a Venus elemental resistance of 152, a Mars and Mercury resistance of 100 and a Jupiter resistance of 48. And it has a Venus elemental power of 110. It normally yields 318 experience points, which then become 413 if we finish it off with a Jupiter gem. It drops 207 coins, which then become 269, and there is a 1 in 64 chances that become a 1 in 16 that it will drop a Tartarus Axe, which is an artifact weapon, which I'll go into more detail after the battle is over. As for its commands, it has a basic attack and the Power Crush monster skill, which is a Venus-based attack with a 1.2 multiplier, and it may also reduce the target's HP to 1. So these are the Minotaurus is pretty much the strongest enemy, I believe, in Thundaria Tower. Well, the strongest regular enemies. Alright, there we go. Alright, so regarding the Minotaurus Axe, let's quickly go over it, shall we? The Tartarus Axe has an attack boost of 127, its unleash is called Bane Tap, it deals 43 extra Venus damage and it may restore HP by the amount of damage dealt. Alright, let's carry on. So here we have some ice that we can slide on, but first I want to quickly get the coins here. Alright, let's clear out the trio of Squirrel Fangs. And we actually got an elixir, and we cannot carry anything else. And that is actually a good reminder for me to get rid of a few items that we don't really need. First off, I'm going to throw the herb, or I'll just give it to Sheba. I want to get rid of the antidotes because I never use them. What else? Well, I'll also get rid of the unicorn ring. Is there anything else? I think we're fine right now. Right, now we can slide through. And now we're almost there. Here we are. Now we are on the other side of that room. And now we can actually get to the stairs right here. Or rather, the ladder. And Pierce level up, nice. Okay, so right here we have a pretty large room with 3 different sets of stairs. First, let's take the one on the left. And we have a pillar of ice, so we know what to do here. Let's just use pound. And then I'll continue my thought in a moment. And Felix level up, and he learned Mother Gaia. So, what I was going to say is that I actually want to quickly set up a shortcut for the pound synergy. Alright. We have a couple of pillars here. We don't need the third one from the right, so we can just... There we go, clear the way, and we got some crystal powder. Let's take out the Dinox. And Sheba is starting to run low on synergy, so I'm going to have Pierce attack instead. There we go. And here we have a hard nut. Alright. So let's head back to the main room. And somehow the pillar has reformed. But let us ignore that. Okay, let's take these stairs on the center. And let's slide here all the way down. And there we have a Mars Gin. Alright, so this is a fairly simple sliding puzzle. We just have to take this, go through here, and then bump into it. And of course, since we bumped into it, he's going to be hostile. Though I would say that he would have been hostile anyways. Alright, so I'm going to give it one shot at getting the EXP and coin boost. If I fail, then we're just going to take him out the normal way. Here we have Reflux. It is level 28. It has 756 HP, 69 synergy, 231 attack, 68 defense, 199 agility, and 23 luck. Its resistance and power is the same as for every other Mars Gin. It has 790. It yields 794 coin experience points, which then become 1032 if we finish him off with a Mercury Gin. It drops 563 coins, which then becomes 731, and of course it will not drop any item. As for its commands, it has a basic attack, the Eruption, Fiery Blast, Serpent Fume, Supernova, Inferno, and the Flee commands. Alright, so it is actually quite fast for a Mars Gin, so let's see if we can actually fix that. Let's use Mud, and let's see, what do we have here? Let's use Kindle to boost everybody's attack, and let's see if I can put him to sleep. And let's use Diamond Dust. Oh boy. Alright, Sheva survived, thankfully. Alright, we fell asleep, 115 damage. Minus 100 agility. And about 300 damage. Yeah, Pierce will not be able to take him out in one turn. So let's see, what do I want to do here? Let's use Ragnarok. Let's get Kindle back. Let's use one Tornado and Diamond Dust. That should not kill him. Almost 300. Almost 500. Really? Well, never mind. It did more damage than I expected. But anyways, and Jenna leveled up, so that's nice. Well, I would rather be wrong and accidentally kill it, other than that have it escape. Anyways, we got a new Gin, Reflux. Let's quickly go over it, shall we? So Reflux is quite another one. His battle effect is that he basically sets up a counter on the user, and for the remainder of that turn, if the user were to take any damage, it automatically counters with a Mars-based attack that is equal to its standard physical attack. As for the set stat bonus, it provides a plus 9 to your base HP, plus 3 to your base defense, and plus 2 to your base luck. And there we go. Let's quickly move this around. There we go. And right now Sheva is the only one without access to a 5th Gin, to a 5th Jupiter Gin. And this is actually a good opportunity to use the Spirit Ring. Alright. Now we are done here. Let's get back to the central room. And now we can finally take these stairs to the right. Oh boy, we are really running low on synergy. I'll use summon, I guess. Everybody can defend, and then Pierce can just use super cool. Hopefully that, alongside Mother Gaia, will be enough. That pretty much did nothing. Alright. Alright. And here we have a fairly easy puzzle. First, I want to set up a small shortcut for the move synergy. And we want to push the stump up and then to the right. Alright. And here we have a bunch of pillars. We actually want to leave the third one from the right intact. So that we can push the stump around, like this. Alright. Now let's go up, and then push this one right there. Alright, there we are. Then move this out of the way, and there we go. So, there's still a couple of enemies in Tundaria Tower that we haven't encountered, so I'm starting to wonder if they'll eventually appear. And shovel level up. Nice. Okay. And here we have a room with a giant wall of glass, of ice. And it seems that we're at a dead end. But if you notice the reflection, there is actually a very similar pattern. So we have to use reveal. And that is actually kinda mean, because up until this point we haven't had to use reveal at all, and then out of a sudden, and right near the end of the dungeon, they just force you to use reveal. So again, if you miss out on getting it, you're pretty much screwed. But right here, we're at the very top of Tundaria Tower, and there's something here. We got a burst brooch, and we actually gave it to Pierce, but I actually want to give this to Jenna. So let's trade it over for the oil drop. And now Jenna learned burst. Let's quickly set up a shortcut. Break cracked objects. So I always like to give this to Jenna because the synergy itself actually looks like a Mars based one, solely on the fact that it seems to be like a strong blast breaking open, well, anything that is cracked. And that is very similar to the blast and mad blast synergies that Jenna can learn. Speaking of which, and it can't use Mad Blast. I don't know why they gave it to it. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and use retreat to head to the entrance of Tundaria Tower, because now we can actually see what's inside the giant chunk of ice. here we have the center prong, but I have no space. So what to do here? Let's get rid of the oil drops. I'm not using them. I'm not going to use them anyways. And since I'm here, I can actually clear up some more space. Let's throw the crystal powder. And what else? Oh, I have that other oil drop. Alright. Felix got the center prong. So this is actually a very important item. Let's quickly inspect it. The centerpiece of a trident. So, finally, we're making some progress on obtaining the trident that will allow us to defeat Poseidon. So we got one of the pieces. We're still missing a few, and we still need to have it reforged, but we're making some progress finally. Speaking of, there we have a couple of the enemies that we're missing. First off, we have a Harridan. It is level 27, it has 231 HP, 29 synergy, 261 attack, 66 defense, 118 agility and 8 luck. It has a Venus resistance of 175, a Mars resistance of 72, a Jupiter resistance of 25 and a Mercury resistance of 100, and a Jupiter elemental power of 110. It normally yields 150 experience points, which then become 195 if we finish it off with a Jupiter Gem. It drops 164 coins, which then become 213, and there is a 1 in 32 chances that then become a 1 in 8 that it will drop a nut. As for its commands, it has the basic attack, the Banshee Howl and Crazy Voice monster skill, and the Wind Slash synergy. Now, on to the other new enemy. We have a Living Armor. It is level 27, it has 201 HP, no synergy, 266 attack, 99 defense, 90 agility and 21 luck. It has a Venus resistance of 72, a Mars resistance of 100, a Jupiter resistance of 25 and a Mercury resistance of 152. And it has a Venus elemental power of 100. It normally yields 320 experience points, which then become 416 if we finish it off with a Jupiter Gem. It drops 205 coins, which then become 266, and there is a 1 in 128 chances that then become a 1 in 32 that it will drop a Water of Life. As for its commands, it has a basic attack, the Power Crush monster skill and the Defend command. So, we're actually still missing one more enemy. Hopefully it will appear before the episode is over. Alright, there we go. Also, now that we have the burst synergy, we can actually explore what's on the left door at the entrance, because we can actually get through here. Alright. So we have a couple of chests. First off, here we have another lucky medal, and right here we have a Sylph Feather. So I want to quickly pay attention to that one. Wind Essence Feather, forgeable. So yeah, similar to the Tearstone and the Stardust, the Wind Feather is yet another item that we can take to Sunshine and he'll turn it into a bunch of artifacts. So let's quickly go over them, shall we? First I'm going to go over the one weapon that you can get. The Sylph Rapier has an attack boost of 124, its unleash is called Mad Zephyr, it deals 40 extra Jupiter damage and it may deal twice the amount of damage. Alright, on to the other artifacts. First off, we have the Aerial Gloves. It has a forge value of 5400, a forge chance of 25%, and well, the item itself has a defense boost of 37 and its side effect is that it boosts Jupiter power by 30 points and the agility by 30 as well. Up next we have the Fairy Vest. It has a forge value of 6900 and a forge chance of 25%. It has a defense boost of 38 and it can be used from your inventory to restore 200 HP. Then we have the Floating Hat, which has a forge value of 5700, a forge chance of 25%, it has a defense boost of 34 points, and it multiplies luck by 1.2 and boosts Jupiter resistance by 20 points. So yeah, fairly useful items. So I might take that to Sunshine off screen. But there's still a few more items that we can get in Thundaria Tower. And we're really running low on synergy. So let's go ahead and use a Eugene. Let's use Waft on this one and Chill on this one. I don't think it will be enough, but I may be able to paralyze at least one of them. Well, I guess not. Well, at least one of them was killed. We'll take care of the other one. Alright. Let's quickly get them back. And right here, we can finally get these two chests that were up on the ledge. First off, right here we have a vial. And let me see right here. Alright. And here we have the lightning sword. So of course this is an artifact weapon. I'm going to give it to Felix because the disc axe is really lagging behind. Though he will not hold on to that lightning sword for long. Anyways, let's quickly go over the lightning sword, shall we? The lightning sword has an attack boost of 134. Its unleash is called Flash Edge. It deals 46 extra Jupiter damage and it may inflict the delusion status. Alright, so with that we are pretty much done here in Thundaria Tower. There's really nothing else for us to do here. Alright, so we made it all the way to Thundaria Tower, we got the burst synergy, and we made great progress in obtaining the very first piece of the trident that we will require to defeat Poseidon. So I guess that's enough for now. There's actually one more thing for us to do in the continent of Thundaria, but I'll save that for later. Also, on the topic of levels, I think we're doing fine. Everybody is at level 24, except for Pierce. But since Thundaria and Thundaria Tower are such good spots for leveling up, I'm going to do a little bit of off-screen grinding, so next time everybody will be a couple of levels higher. But we'll save that for later. See you guys